St. Peter in Galilee country, the growing of the cup. So there, Palace of Caiaphas, and Jesus was taken there and judged for the first, authorization to put him into death. And Jesus, he said, I am the Son of God, before what you call Caiaphas and Annas. And they said, this is blasphemy. And they tore their dress. We do not need to further testimony. This man must be put into death because he is making himself the Son of God or God. And that was very possibly there. Maybe you have seen the deep dungeon where Jesus spent his last night. Friday morning from there, of course, this wall was further down. All that, what you see, was within the city wall in those days. And Calvary, the two domes, what you see across, were outside the city wall. No buildings, nothing at all. It was a bad place for criminals. So then Jesus from there was taken. You see a minaret here. You see the golden gate. Behind it, you see a minaret, a tower. And then you see a building with lots of windows. So that's the site of the Praetorium, where Pilate resided there. So Jesus was taken from there to Pilate. Pilate was shaking before Christ. He said, well, I better send him to the one in charge over his province, who was Herod Antipas, the son of Herod the Great. So from there, he went towards Jaffa Gate. You see where that tall building, before that tall building. So there where Herod Antipas was, and he was judged in front of the Lord, and he found no reason. في محلات ثانية. هون بدي كمان يمكن 10 دقايق. Thank you, حبيبي. So then he sent him back to Pilate, where you see that minaret, saying, I have nothing against him. He is not guilty of death. And Jesus was shown to the couplet, Ecce homo, behold the man. And that's why the convent there is called the convent of Ecce homo, behold the man. And then he was scourged. We have what we call the flagellation convent there by the Roman scourging, because the Jewish scourging was at Caiaphas. Always 40 whips minus 1. 39. 13 on the chest, 13 on the back, and 13 on both sides. That was the Jewish law for scourging. Romans have no law for flagellation. Okay, then he was scourged around 10 o'clock. He carried his cross around 11 o'clock. It took him about 1 hour to reach Calvary. You see the first dome, the smaller one with larger cross. That he was there around noontime until 3, hanged on the cross.
Silver dome?
No, not silver dome. The black dome, you see shining something? The black dome, there are two domes, one behind the other. If you see the clock tower, can you see the clock tower? On the left, you see two domes, small and bigger one. So the first one is Calvary, and the second one is the Holy Sepulchre. All right? So they're crucified, died, and buried, and in the tomb, what you see, the larger dome, and then Sunday morning, the great resurrection. 40 days after, ascended from this general vicinity into heaven, and then 10 days after, the Holy Spirit came down. You see where that the Church of Dominus up there, with the 4 pinnacles, can you see it? On the left, you see a tiny minaret, and then that's the site of the synagogue or the upper room. We were yesterday there. And after they received the Holy Spirit, so then the church spread into all over the area. That's why it's called Mater Ecclesia the Mother Church. So, all right. Now, concerning here the Brook of Kidron, you see that kind of theater where the bus is passing by, and that's when the Pope Benedictus XVI was here, and many people were there. Thousands of people attending at his mass right in this area, before the Golden Gate or the Eastern Gate. And then where you see today is Friday for Muslims, is the holiday, Saturday for Jews, Sunday for Christians. We need another religion to have 4 days. All right. So today is preaching, the imam or their priest, and it's a vast area, but that's called Mount Moriah. In Genesis 22, Abraham came to sacrifice his son Isaac on the rock which is still in existence. That's why it's called the Dome of the Rock. And that's supposed to be the richest building in the world. They say it is richer than Taj Mahal, India.
Where is that?
The Golden Dome, what you see up there.
Oh, it's the Golden Dome.
The other one called Al-Aqsa Mosque. Aqsa means distant, I am in your way. Right. So Al-Aqsa Mosque, what you see over there. And this is the third most important place for Islam. Number 1, Mecca, where the Prophet was born. Number 2, Medina, where he was buried. Number 3, they believe that he came to this area and his buraq and his magnificent steed, he ascended into the 7th heaven and then came down and then died and was buried in Medina. So it's third place important for Muslims. Behind that we have the Wailing Wall, where we are going to see later today. Okay, any question? That's all Mount Zion up there, Church of Dominus. If you look down at the end, you see about 1, 2, 3 cypress trees in that area. On the left, you see a building with lots of windows, and that's called Hakel Dama, the field of blood, and that's the price of Judas' betrayal for 30 pieces of silver, and that's where he hanged himself. All right, any question? Yes?
The Muslim part was later, right?
Yeah.
In Jesus' time, it was not there.
No. Okay. All what you see, of course, 2,000 years, that's all did not exist.
So the wall wasn't there.
Part of the wall from this side here, from the eastern side and western side, the walls were not changed because